Hey, we're Sally and Ed, and over the last 5 months we have been self-converting this empty cargo van into a tiny home on wheels. With this being our first ever van conversion, the project has been filled with some incredible highs.
It's working!
But also some pretty bad lows.
We might have to take down the roof paneling, the emalin, the old battens, and our insulation, and redo it all.
In the last episode, we began paneling our van walls and ceiling, a task that we thought was going to be relatively simple to complete. Little did we know that everything that could have possibly gone wrong would.
And it's split.
What are we doing?
You take the roof down and start again. The wood stops here and this starts here. So these two pieces are both too short.
Leaving us feeling like maybe we'd bitten off more than we could chew.
Well, I'm just starting to think that perhaps we are underqualified and not the right people for this job.
We're obviously underqualified.
We're very underqualified.
We knew we were underqualified.
Good night, van. We'll see you tomorrow and hopefully it'll work.
Good morning! It is day 175 of trying to put up our van panel roofing. No, it's not actually. It's probably only been about a week and maybe 4 tries. But this morning, we are back in the van and we are going to be finishing the entire roof with wall panels. It's going to look beautiful.
Good thing we've got all that wood filler.
We did it! Look at this happy face. Look at his face. We did it. High five.
Yes.
Yeah!
I'm also super happy because I was a little bit uncertain about this join here between the top of the bathroom and the roof lining because I forgot to measure it when we started and didn't keep that in mind. It is just pure luck that it fits. So, woo!
Nicely done!
It's actually starting to look really good. We've got 5 panels up right now and it's starting to really look good. However, we have run into just one minor hiccup. What's happened?
We haven't had a hiccup.
No, it's not a hiccup. It's just like a little thing we need to fix.
It's not need to fix. I'm just being overly careful because this is the first van that we've built. I don't want to find myself in a situation where we've put the whole roof up, but we haven't run enough wire for the lights. So this wire here is going to be for this light, and then it's going to kind of dog around that and come over here. But it's just long enough, and I would rather just spend the time, feed a little bit more wire through so that we've got it for when we need it, because I don't want to find myself in a situation where I haven't run enough wires. So I'm just quickly fixing it up, and then we'll be able to get back to putting it on the roof. Only take 10 minutes.
No, it'll be fine.
Problem solved. Because of the skylight, we do need to do our wiring sort of around the skylight, and before I hadn't run quite enough cable. It sort of was only this long, but we did have a little bit of excess further down the van, so I fed it through. This will now sit here, and it all goes back nicely, and there's going to be no dramas.
Good job!
So, happy days.
So come back this way. And
So our roof is looking beautiful. Next, we're gonna come and do this section. So this is the back half. I'll zoom out so you can see. This is the back half of the van. So we're gonna do this section, and Ed is gonna demonstrate how it's gonna look.
So we were playing around with how we're gonna manage the corners, because you can see the roof kind of starts to tilt. So what we've sort of decided to do is take our tongue and groove and basically just shove it in as best we can. Just like that. That'll go right in there. And then our next piece does fit straight back into the tongue and groove, and we can use that to hold it in place. It does look pretty good. It is nice and curved. I think that'll be a good way to do it.
You can see we have run out of the white panels, but we are going to continue down probably to about here. Is that what you think?
Yeah, or even maybe a little bit higher. So the area from about here down is all going to be like boot space. So I don't think there's much point trying to scribe these to go around the hot water heater and around the wheel arch. So
yeah,
we'll probably just go down until just here in the middle. That's what I'm sort of using as my marker.
Is it in?
I can't see it from here. Just while it's a bit damp outside, I thought what I'd do is go through and fix up some of these screws. So if you look around the roof, because I think we were sort of struggling to get it up, you can see some of the screws are sticking out, and I don't really love this look. So our plan is to go through and to countersink all the screws, and then we can fill them with putty afterwards and repaint over these sections and give the roof a really good clean, which will mean that the way that the roof is held up is going to be basically invisible to the naked eye. And so it's going to look really, really good when it's finished. It is a little bit more work, but I think it'll be totally worth it when it's finished.
So whilst Ed is going through and he is countersinking all of the screws, I'm going through and I am basically going to clean the roof because, guys, if you've seen the roof, it is filthy. I'm going to clean the roof and then I'm going to fill it with this wood putty stuff. So basically, once it's all dry, we can sand it, paint over it, and like magic, it's going to look like there are no screws. So basically, it's going to look like the whole roof is just floating there by magic, by gravity magic.
Alright guys, so it's the next day, and the Timbermate that we put on the walls to fill all the screw holes and just any cracks and blemishes in the wood is now set. So it is time for us to go through and sand everything back. Alright, so this is the sander we're going to use to sand it all back. It's got like a medium grade sort of finish on it. So we'll just give this one a bit of a go, see how it... So this is it all sanded back. This is what it looks like pre-sanding, and this is it post-sanding. Can't even feel it as you go over it, which is awesome. So really happy with how that's turned out. Now there's only one thing to do. Let's do the rest of them.
About 4 more coats of paint, this is how it turned out. In the end, we're really happy with how it turned out, and I'm so glad that we didn't give up on this van conversion, even though there was a brief moment where we really wanted to.